So there's two sides to this touchstone. With this touchstone that I created on my touchstone journey, I hold it up to recognize this commitment that I have to prioritize rest. And that, what it gives for me is it helps to honor my faith. It fosters balance in my life. And there's rest. And here you could see that it's like streams, like rivers that run, and they're nourishing to my body. And that's what rest is to me. There's balance. And there's also these lotus flowers, which represents almost like this struggle as a Black woman in the world, and oftentimes feeling and experiencing where I'm having to overwork to have an opportunity that's presented to me in the same ways as more privileged identities. Some of my white peers, even the stories that they tell me, and it's different, that a way to honor me is to rest and to say, like, I've done what I can do and that I'm deserving of rest. I don't have to overprove anything, but I can rest. And so that this stone just reminds me of that permission. And a lot of it does have to do with my social identity in the world and my lived experience in the world, which, again, as this touchstone sticks out to me because as a Black woman, there's so much narrative around you're not enough even before you're born. And the communication is based on just even looking at poor health outcomes for Black children when they're born, and the infant mortality rate, to just looking at how there's been laws to really oppress Black women, and just the sense of you're not important enough, you're not worthy enough, and though you have to do something to receive a sense of like worthiness. And so what that does is it has put me as a Black woman into this perpetual sense of like, I have to prove it, I have to prove it, I have to prove it. And a huge realization, which is the truth, is that I was born enough and that I am enough. And to rest is such a way of honoring that, that it's so important. And that rest doesn't always look like sleep. It looks like pause, or it looks like doing something, but not with the intention to prove something, but instead to do it because it matters and there's a choice to do it and engage it. And so that's important to me. And I just wanted to come back to that because I don't feel that I'm alone. I wonder what lies or what narratives have told people that they weren't enough, and where they're overworking or pouring energy into spaces that is not moving them towards their purpose. It's trying to disprove a narrative that they never wrote. And so my hope is that shifts for people, no matter their social identity. I can only speak for my own, but maybe someone who has diverse abilities, or their experience, they can connect with me in this, or maybe you could even. I don't know, but I do know that it's better on this side to prioritize rest, to give permission for that, because I've created so much more from that place than I ever did from the other place. And it means so much more. And I love that. I love that.